All right, everybody, what is going on? Did not really film too much of an intro at all out here, solo mission. Still going once again to try and do the catch, clean, cook. Last video you saw, we did the fish to clean and cook were caught. Unfortunately, they were caught in another shanty, so did not get that on film. So the goal today is to actually catch a good fish and get it on film, clean it, cook it, eat it. We'll see what happens. All right away. We got 8. Oh, this could be a keeper. Could be a keep. Oh, that is. Whew, that's a tough one. I could totally get meat off that. Do I want to keep a bigger bluegill than that though? Probably not. So, boom, 5 minutes in, you're seeing catch, clean, cook, bluegill. That hole's not all the way through. I'm gonna throw them right there. Catch, clean, cook, bluegill caught on 13 fishing rod, like a, I don't know, 20-inch ultralight, medium, something light. I don't know. I can't read that. Shimano reel, real old Shimano reel, probably 10-year-old reel. Real good, reliable. 6-pound test, cheapo tri-line fluorocarbon to 25mm Haley jig, tipped with a twaxy worm. I just bought these today. Let's see how good they look. They look good in the store. Things always look better in the store though. They look alright, I guess. A little small though. That was cool though. He smoked it. You probably drill a transducer hole. I never remember to do that right away. Oh, we already got one looking at it. I should have just brought the stuff to do catch, clean, cook out on the ice. Oh, bugger, that had to have been a crap. Do it out on the ice, but I kind of was in a hurry, and, well, I didn't really have enough room for all that stuff in the sled. Alright, well, I'm going to dead stick this for a second. Tip, you guys hear me talking about, for one, get a bait plug. You do not need to get a giant one like this, but just get one because these little cheapo, well, I'm going to take these out before I show you. Let's say this thing's full of 2-3 dozen wax worms. You put it in your pocket. Something like that happens. Something like that happens. Boom, lid's open, and all your wax worms are in your pocket. Where'd that lid go? Put that under there and I won't lose it. I hate leaving things on the ice. It happens every now and again, like small things like this you might actually forget, but try to prevent it at all costs. I need to pull this up and check it. Oh, maybe put some more waxy on there. More than enough. Oh my god, caught a hog up suspended. He only looks big because he's in the transducer. Actually, not a bad one. Not a keeper, but not a bad fish. Definitely not the smallest ones that are in here. Deucer hole coming soon. I have to try some new angles on the GoPro now that I got the whole shanty to myself. I always like to go for the top mark when I'm trying to catch crappies because everybody talks about suspended crappies. But the bluegills seem to be just as suspended. It's really a guessing game at this point. Oh yeah, another hog waller. There's the small bluegill I was just talking crap about. Hey, maybe that big solid juicy red mark right there is a crappie or a bigger gill. We shall see. Oh. Maybe a little, oh my god, I cannot stay away from that deucer. Gillians. Just one after the other. Big tournament coming up out here, February 16th. That's why you've been seeing quite a bit of fishing from the same lake lately. Trying to figure it out. That way we can maybe win this tournament and donate the money from the tournament back to Hunters for Life. Oh, I don't even want this one, I don't think. Nope, definitely don't want this one. Oh darn, he got off. Alright, time for a deucer hole. Okay, well, as soon as I drilled a deucer hole, Haley jig bite went to poo-poo. Go back, try a fully fresh, fully dry pinky. Hopefully not jinx myself this time. Hopefully catch a crappie. Big old crappie. Get this reel to tighten back down. I think a big old pike or bass or something came through, but I scared away all my panners. Oh, big old juicy mark. Coming for the pinky. Will he eat it? I sure hope so. Big old crap daddy. Swim back down. That's what he's thinking. Are you freaking kidding me? What the heck, guy? What? That's a giant mark. How much wax do I got? Oh, hopefully enough. Come on. It must have been a slab of a gill, I think. Oh, come on back, Billy. Unfreaking believable. That was a big old mark. Oh, what the heck? I think I just bumped it. Okay, well, caught a bigger bluegill than my last one. And this thing was actually fighting good. So I'm going to keep this one. Now I have 2 for the catch, clean, cook bluegill. And that's all that I need for that. And they're not giants, which I'm very happy about. Like, yes, a lot of guys will catch and keep 9, 10, 11-inch bluegills. Which, in my opinion, those are probably, I don't know, 6, 7 inchers. They taste a lot better. And the big... I gotta talk to the camera. My rule of thumb with bluegills is guaranteed, at least here in Michigan, master angler is 10 inches. If a bluegill is over 10 inches, it goes back in the hole. Hands down guaranteed. Every time. Because those bluegills actually guard. When they spawn in the spring, the bluegills, the big 10, 11-inch bull bluegills, guard the eggs from the bass or the pike or whatever else wants to eat bluegill eggs. So if you like catching bluegills, throw the 9, 10, 11 inchers back, keep your 6, 7, 8 inchers, and call it good. Plus, the little bit smaller ones have less bugs in them, and in my opinion, taste quite a bit better. And realistically, for one sitting, nobody needs to eat more than, I'm just missing hits over here. Nobody needs to eat more than, I don't know, 4 or 5 panfish themselves. That's about all I can handle. Usually about 3, 6 pieces of fried bluegill. Whew, perfect. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll keep 1 more. We'll see. Oh, are you gonna eat? Oh, he's gonna eat. Oh, he's gonna eat. Hopefully it's a big one, and hopefully I don't miss him. You're not gonna eat, or you don't tell me you're about to swim back down to the bottom. Okay, well, I'm convinced that that Haley jig is tainted. So, I get up, go to the meat stick. But the only time I actually get to use either one of the rods that are left in here is either A, when I'm fishing outside, which I don't like to do because it's freaking cold, or B, when I'm fishing in this shack. Just like a 40, I think 40 or like a 42-inch rod, something crazy like that. So it's a lot of rod to work with. Tighten that one up. There we go. It'll be my next burbot stick, or if I ever actually get into walleye, that Fenwick will be sick, but we're gonna use this one. On here should be a Haley. Yeah, good. Oh no! This is a good fish, and I forgot to tighten my handle up. This is not good. Oh, just reeled that in with a loose handle. Tighten that up real quick. I was wondering why when I, that one's way too big to go. That's way too, oh, don't slush my hole up. That was my fault. Let me just tighten my reel up and I'll get you back in there, bud. That's a slab of a gill right there. That is a, not even really a slab, but he's a good one. Oh, we almost got my waxy. You almost got my waxy there, bud. You're a good gill. See you, bud. Oh my God, big old fish. Crappie, not a crappie. Decent gillian. You guys probably are wondering what that chipmunk is in the background. Sadly, with YouTube, you can't really listen to music. A lot of stuff's copyrighted. And I love audiobooks. Right now we are listening to American Sniper. Probably one of the best audiobooks I have in my library. Right, everybody. Well, hope you enjoyed our last catch, clean, cook video. That was our crappie video. We're just going to keep the ball rolling. Going to do all of, well, attempt to do all of the freshwater species that we have here in Great White north of Michigan. Now we are doing something that pretty much everybody in the continental 48 United States, I believe, has, and that's catch, clean, cook bluegill. Very similar to your sunfish, your brim, if you're down south. We're gonna get after with the clean, follow her up with the cook. We got what's the, like, there should be a name for like the people that clean fish, right? Cause like there's chef, and then there's butcher. It's not butcher though. Well, yes, the other B word I guess could be applied. Anybody that knows the name of somebody that, well, not saying that Alex commercially cleans fish, but if anybody knows the name of said occupation, let us know. I'm getting distracted. Anywho, you're going to start behind the gill plate, underneath the side fin, cutting, I guess that would be perpendicular to the mouth, perpendicular to the body. Big thing is you don't want to cut down hard enough or far enough to go through the backbone. And then you are going to, with a gentle downward angle, follow your backbone down to just about where you get past the rib cage, which we'll get there in a GIF if Bron doesn't take over with the eating part of the video here in a second. Then what you're going to do, let up from the downward angle, and you're kind of going to want to go a little bit up. We might have butchered her a little bit, but we're gonna get through it. The big thing here is you want to go up a little bit to get above the tailbone, which we're getting there. Oh, commercial break. Technical difficulties. All right, you get above. This is why you keep a bunch of them. That way, if you butcher a couple, it's not that big of a deal. We only kept 2, but we'll make her work. You poke through, and then you put a little bit more of a downward angle to cut the tail off, or the tail meat off, I should say, and then follow that fillet down along the backbone until you get to the rib cage, and then you kind of work your way up and over said ribs. You do not want to completely remove your first fillet from the fish. Makes it really tough to clean the other side of said fish. We're filming this with a GoPro, so apologize for the quality. It's all about, it's really all about the commentary.
See if I can do better on this.
Same thing, cutting behind the gill plate, behind said side fin. I do not know the biological term for the fin. Oh, you're gonna actually get the tail piece good. Oh, you got her good this time. Now Alex likes to leave the last little bit here connected, which is something that I've never personally seen before, but I'm very quickly sold on it, because the big thing with that is everything's connected. It's just as simple to skin, and when you go to throw away your carcass, as opposed to throwing away the carcass and 2 pieces of skin, you can just throw it all away at once. So now let's get into the skinning. Same thing. The big thing with cleaning panfish or any fish you're going to fillet is a gentle downward angle. You're going to work your way from the tail, holding on tight, especially depending on your surface. This cutting board, thank you, sister, for getting that for me for Christmas. The cutting board out. Wow. We left some scales on there, but you can cut those off. Something that doesn't slip is ideal. But big thing, gentle, and oh wow. We clean quite a few fish, and we don't really have the best knives or knife sharpeners, so our knives are kind of dull. Makes it a little more interesting, I guess you could say. A little more difficult, as you can see. Alex left a couple of scales on that other fillet, but he got them off, so. Looking good, looking good. Now it is time for the cook and eat part of our bluegill video. We using the same batter as our catch and cook crappie. We got half Cajun style shore lunch, half beer batter shore lunch. We just did that catch and cook crappie yesterday, so even got the same oil, which we dropped this one fillet in before we let the oil get quite hot enough, which isn't really the end of the world, but you can wait till it gets hot. A good test is you can take a little bit of dry batter, like a couple little flakes, and flick it in there, and if it starts to boil, you know your oil's hot enough. But we got our bluegill fillets, drop them into the batter. Fork is definitely the best utensil for this. Not only you can mix up your batter real good, but you can actually get a good grip on the fillet when you drop it into your oil. Let her cook for a couple minutes, flip her, couple minutes, set her down, plate with some paper towel on top to soak up the little bit of oil that's left over. Let her cool, else you'll burn the living piss out of your mouth, and eat her up. Alrighty, last piece is cooking up, couple pieces cooling down. Not too bad. When you deep fry fish, it's kind of a mess, so it is pretty nice to just do it out in the garage where that is clearly, as you can tell, already a mess, as opposed to just oiling up your kitchen. And here is something that, let me know, everybody should think this is common sense. Shout out to you, Zach Williams. I know you're watching this. Good buddy. Haven't fished with him in a couple years. Graduated, moved downstate. We caught a bunch of bluegills one day ice fishing, and we were gonna fry them up. Of course, in my kitchen, not his kitchen, my kitchen. We're gonna do a beer batter. So we get the batter, pour it into a bowl like we kind of did. I'm letting him do full reins of this. Drops the fish into the batter, batters them up, throws them into the scorching hot oil, and then proceeds to pour beer into the oil, which leads to coating my entire apartment. Every wall, ceiling, floor, everything in the entire room in oil. But don't ever pour anything other than oil into a pan. Oh, right, I'm gonna go ahead and risk it and say this little piece is cooled down. It's really not, but we're gonna eat it anyways.
Oh, that's quite warm.
Bron's Bron's pretty happy that we're just sitting here eating fish. Right, Bron? Oh. You have a little batter crumb. I think when you throw something to him, his first reaction is just to open his mouth. Even before he actually sees where it is. It's like
That's pretty cool.
Because my hand whipped, before it even came off, he already had his mouth open. We might have to do, well, we've been eating a lot of bluegills. And I'm kind of getting fat.
I am not.
So we might have to do a catch, clean, cook, baked bluegill maybe. What do you guys think? But man, good fish. Fresh fish is good fish. But anywho, let us know what you guys want to see. Appreciate the heck out of your support. Thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you're feeling. Leave a comment. We love talking with you guys. We know you all already have, but if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, happy adventure.